Yes, yeah. So my name is Genis. Today again is the um, seventh of January 2025. All right. So it's just a continuation of my previous video recording. So what I've realized is one of the primary reasons, and I think the first reason why my two pet rabbits was killed on the 5th of January 2026 was mostly to do with obese, and I think it is like Fat Queen Lily, um, Fat Queen Lena, John Doman, and all of his Fat Queen entities. They were just more interested, that I'm not amongst any fin people or fin-like entities like my pet rabbit red maze. So that I didn't know that what I was going to be attacked in this manner. I didn't expect it, but what it was doing, it was a blitzkrieg type of attack, which the Nazis used with tanks and so forth in order to invade other countries during World War II. Now, what's happened is in this case, as the clay face forming, I think it's a clay face forming or the Batman forming, where they say you need to know purpose, you need to tolerate the beast females more, you need to live a sadder, miserable life, you need just a lack of purpose, just a lot of technological neglecting crimes that needs to be committed among machinists who can't fix machines at all anymore. So, now what happened is on the 5th, when these two rabbits were dead, is that I realized is once people work at your house or they close you, then they find a purpose that no fin for me. They find a purpose by stating that no fin entities may be allowed to make me happy or fast moving entities like red meat or black bear. And that's why they were at least killed over here, because at least their life was extended by me. Why? The addiction and the dependency and obsession people have to make me forced not to be happy from fin-like entities was like a inevitable comment. What they say is you were too ungrateful the whole time. You were shouting too much while we have your fully solid witness protection program, silent witness protection program. And from the balance of being so silent, you shouldn't be allowed to shout and get away from stuff. So that's basically how people were solidly attacking me the whole year. I think for the whole year of 2026 is that they're gonna state that fin creatures like rabbits or fast moving creatures are not allowed to make you happy at all. And that this process needs to be formed by black powers, forming you to clay to rather processing obese entities all day. Now, another thing that's happened on this Monday is it's called a quick legal fix or a quick legal obese tolerating other females perspective. Is when people have like can control me like a remote control with a DSTV remote control, and then just say, gently and nicely, a remote jam me the whole time, and then state you need to tolerate obese females immediately and go home and tolerate them again. So my perspective on that is tolerating obese black females or any entity. If I, for example, look at John Dolman, while the rabbits were here, John Dolman obviously knew where they were. And funny enough, for animal cruelty upon them, he was given a full discrimination by the SPCA and nobody cared about it. But the SPCA isn't everything. The SPCA in my life actually means nothing, because what the SPCA meant to these rabbits basically was just nothing. They never rescued these rabbits, they never helped them out, they never gave me good advice. The SPCA were not on their side legally at all. Medically, technologically, educationally, the SPCA was not on their side. So these rabbits were basically, according to the SPCA, just fully free rabbits, wild rabbits. You could do with them what you want. You could torture them what you want, like an oyster or tooth film. Now, these rabbits at least established to me that no entity working close to John Dorman more than one day, like Fat Queen Lena, or other entities like Cynthia, may be allowed to work at my side of my house in Akasha Gauteng for infinity. If they're working too close to John Dorman and they're working one day too close to him, more than 24 hours, then they're not allowed anymore to work at my side of my house in Akasha Gauteng in the most gentle, non-racist, non-screaming manner. Because what has happened in this remote jamming process, which you just said, is that once you have small entities like this who make me happy and I look after them and get me busy, once entities like black powers get involved with my animal life and they steal my privacy like they are so used to, so addicted and dependent upon the whole time, then these animals' lives are wasted by them. Then they can't help me out. Number one, they're no longer allowed as most gentlest, smallest, gentlest way to help out me with abuse intolerance anymore. And I'm not gonna tolerate abuse entities working too close to John Dolman anymore as well. Because what they've done is they say that they need to slowly as well now break me down and then also force me to tolerate abuse entities. The answer is unfortunately no. So I'm not gonna do that amongst Black Power. Black Power should not be allowed to microdot me anymore. What's happened is, if you look at the authorities, if an entity, because beforehand people were under the influence that I was committing, and I think that's actually the reason why these rabbits were killed. It led up to it. John Dolman and his many Black Power entities that was forcing me the whole time and living from, forcing me to tolerating these entities like Fat Queen Mary and Fat Queen Lena, were under the suspicion or under the influence that I was committing insurance fraud of the company Dodge, which I wasn't. Now, as we were under the influence of this, they started to immediately door slam, remote jam, and also lame these rabbits to death, which inevitably led to what happened on the 5th of January 2025. Because they were under the influence, I was going to commit